Welcome to Guatemala.
Hi, my name is Kristen Hicks. I am a school teacher from Missouri, but currently I am living and working as a missionary in Guatemala City, Guatemala. I live with a pastor and his wife who is a doctor, and they work in Zone 3 of Guatemala City. This zone is where the landfill of Guatemala City is. So all of the trash of Guatemala City goes to this place. It is the largest landfill in Central America. For this reason, there are lots of effects of all of this trash on the people and the communities around the landfill. Originally, people started coming to Guatemala City to find jobs because they didn't have jobs out in the more rural areas of the country. So that led them into the city, and they found jobs in the landfill in collecting trash that can be recycled, such as glass bottles, plastic, nylon, wire, anything that you can think of that might be able to be recycled. There are people searching for that. And it is a job that is very difficult, very demanding, and very dangerous. As these people came searching for jobs, they also didn't have money to rent an apartment or a room. So as the government was filling in this landfill, they would come and invade the new land in order to put a house there, and that is how these communities started in the landfill. So as you can imagine, living right next to all this trash has massive effects on the community, on the environment, and on the health of all of the people living there. Some of the worst health effects are from the air pollution. All of this trash releases gases, and these gases cause lung problems, especially in kids. Almost always, the kids and the people here have a cough, constant cough and allergies, and it really affects people with asthma and the elderly as well. Also, all of this pollution pollutes the water. So the water from the faucet is not drinkable anywhere in Guatemala unless they have a well. And the people living in these communities don't have wells, so they should not be drinking the water. And there is water to buy in bottles, but a lot of times they'd just rather not. So if they don't boil the water and don't treat the water like they need to, they can easily have diarrhea, stomach problems, amoebas, parasites, anything like that. So that is another health effect. They also have lots of skin problems, just because many of them don't know just routine hygiene. So they're not taking care of themselves or their kids, and once they get sick, then they pass it to other people, and the cycle just continues. So those are a few of the hazards just that the people have to deal with every day. Even with all of these negative health effects, there is one awesome thing. Like I said, I live with a doctor, and she right now has a clinic right across the street from the communities in the landfill, and she sees patients 2 to 3 days a week completely free. The consult is free, the medicine is free if she has it, and normally we have a ton of donations. But she is able to serve this community like she has wanted to in her heart forever. She worked for the city for almost 15 years, but now is able to work thanks to the organization Life of Hope Ministries, which is who I'm done here with, and many people in the States who are supporting her and supporting her ministry. And so, even with all these negative health effects, these people have a place to go to receive a little bit of education, to receive assistance, to receive advice, to receive prayer, and just to receive love. Here's just a glimpse of one of the newest communities that has been built on top of the landfill.
Dios le bendiga, hermana. Buenos días. Gracias.
But there is good news. Like I said, I'm a missionary here, so I get to work with a number of different organizations and churches that come to help the people, not only physically, but spiritually. So it's been put on their hearts by God to come help the people of Guatemala. So they come down not only to share His love, but to show His love. It's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing to show it. So many of these groups, many of these churches, organizations from the United States, from other countries, and from here in Guatemala are doing things like putting in concrete floors to replace the old dirt floors that are obviously dirty, but also unsanitary. They're putting in new stoves that have good ventilation because many people cook inside their house with just an open stove, and all of that smoke inhalation is damaging to them as well. They also help put in new lamina for the walls and for the roofs of the houses to help keep water out. And they do many things like VBS, Vacation Bible School for Kids. There's a mission or a small church inside this community that I've shown you, and they've started a project to teach women how to sew and how to make jewelry out of the recycled magazine paper and everything. And those women are working in this workshop in order to not have to go work in the dump, so that they can be safer, they can be healthier, and all of the stuff that they make, they sell to groups that come from the United States. And 80% of what each thing costs goes directly back to the women that made that thing. And 20% of it goes to buy more supplies so they can continue to work like that. Also, the government does do a few things, like I showed you earlier, where the concrete was and the walkways. They just did that in the last couple months. And it's so nice to provide that for the people. And now the kids can have a place to ride their bikes, to ride in their roller skates, and to just be a little bit cleaner and a little bit safer. Thanks so much for letting me share with you a little bit today. I know it's just a snippet of what life's like here in the middle of Guatemala City, but if you have more questions, please feel free to contact me. I would love to let you know a little bit more about what I do here, what ministries are here, and just what's going on in Guatemala. So if you're interested, just find me on Facebook, or you can get my contact information from Lizzie. Thanks so much. Bye.
Yeah.